Why hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide Zollin Ironshield, and this is a LOTRO guide, my friends. Hope you're having a wonderful day in Middle Earth. So today we're gonna do a real quick video on covering the login screen, or the lobby, whatever you like to call it for a game like an MMO. This is something I've never actually covered very much, and I thought I'd cover it real quick for you guys. So if you do like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's go right into it. Okay, well, we'll go start right here at the top. Right at the top, right? So we got the LOTRO store, right? You click this button, you're gonna go straight to the LOTRO store. It is basically how you can manage your account. You can buy extra fun things. You can use your points. If you're a VIP, you get 500 points a month, and that's where you can spend them. Again, there is also a LOTRO store button in game. So next thing is a big one. A lot of people don't know about this, right? If you're a newer player, this is good for newer players. Monster play. When you click this big red button here, that doesn't really it's besides the point it's red, there's nothing really telling you that it's super different, right? If you click this button, it actually will flip you over to the monster play, where you can do your monster play characters. Yeah, okay, so that's a big one for everyone with the interface if you're a newer player especially. And if you click free to play, excuse me, not free to play, free peoples, you go right back to the other screen, right? So again, that's a big one. Here's another one a lot of people don't know about, the manage plugins button, right? We're just gonna walk through it. This one is, I don't use any plugins or any mods or anything, but you can actually manage them right here. So that is very cool. So if I ever find one for you guys, I will do a video on how to use this and set this up for you guys. But I've always liked the UI in the game, so I've never used it. There's a lot of good tools already built into the game. All right, another one that's kind of fun is the credits button. Again, who wants to read credits? But it is pretty awesome how many awesome people worked on this game. And also, this music you hear, this song is done by Chance Thomas, friend of mine, who I've talked to several times in person. I've done some interviews with. We might have him on the channel in the future. But again, that's a fun little one. You click escape to get out. Movie library. This is a huge one that a lot of people don't know about in the interface, guys. If you really like those little movies they do, if you click this, it brings up this little panel that actually allows you can click show unlocked only, which means the ones you can see because you unlocked them, because some will be unlocked. For example, I think I've done most of mine, but for example, this one, The Day of Many Dooms, I haven't finished this book yet of Mordor. It's locked, so I can't even look at it. So click this little check mark. These are all the ones I've completed in the game on my account. Basically what it is if you've done the books, you go in here. I will give you the first one so you don't get any spoilers, but you click play.
The Nazgûl
and it's
have crossed
the books.
and are
You'll get a little video when you
Shire.
complete some quests, some chapter quests.
The hobbits must
as you go through the
quick-witted enough
stories.
to escape the
That's what
wrath
this
of
is.
the Nine.
But it's a good way if you missed it. You're like, oh no, I missed the video. You can go on here. You can go to movie library right there. You can go and watch it again. Okay, so it's a wonderful way to watch it again if you'd like to. Options. This is a really good one, of course. That's options. If you're in the game, you click escape or go to the settings gear. But this is your controls, all your system controls. A lot of these you'll have a lot more of these options in game. So you don't really need to do it in the screen unless you're having troubles and you can't log in because of resolution or something. You can do it right here. Again, and then the quit button, obviously. Of course, the one right here behind my thing, that is the button to log into the game, which you should all know that. Again, there's a little button here to go back and forth between all your characters, because if you have a lot of characters like me, it shows you that I have a VIP account right here. It shows you 23 out of 26 characters, right? So I have a lot of character slots on my account, but again, I can flash through my characters here, hover my characters by clicking them, going through them, right? And then whichever one you clicked on, you click enter Middle Earth, right? You all should know that. That's a very simple, that seems pretty easy. Then down here, there's a couple things I want to talk about right at the bottom down here. Also, there is a button right here in the middle. Let me just talk about this one real fast, that you can actually zoom in closer to your character to see him up close to face and rotate around that way. Of course, you can also left click and drag to rotate around your character and scroll with the wheel on your mouse, the scroll wheel. So that's another way to control that zoom in and zoom out kind of thing. There's avatar update visible, this thing right here. If you uncheck this, it'll actually, with some characters, it'll go back to their original look. All right, and then some will be updated depending on it's the avatar update. Basically, you see my face on my character right there when I turn it off and on. It's the new updated looking versus the original look of the characters. It doesn't work with every character because some are just automatically updated, but I always leave it on. The updated ones look nice. Now let's go to, of course, there's new character, right? We'll go over that last. There's delete character, which you can click. It will not immediately delete your character, but it is dangerous, so be careful, you guys. You type in the exact name of your character and then say okay, and it will delete that character. Be really careful with that, guys. Rarely should you be deleting a character. If you need an extra, it'd probably be better to use some of your points to get an extra character slot. If you have work on any character. The only time I would say delete it if it's like pre-level, you know, 10 or 5 levels, you know, level 5 to level 10, you might want to delete it because you want a new character, but that's not always the case. Now, another fun thing you can do that is down here at the very bottom, at the very bottom down there, is change race. So what this means is if you're playing a character and you find out in the game, you know, you're level, you know, 60, 70, and you kind of like, you're like, oh, you know, I probably shouldn't have picked a man. Maybe I should have played a dwarf, or maybe I should have played an elf. You know what I mean? But you're already level 70. You don't want to go back and start from scratch, and you like the class you're playing. You like being a, you know, let's say for this example, captain, right? This character, right? You can go, and it says right there at the bottom, you do have, you don't have any race credits, which are basically what you can log in to get, and log into your character and get a race credit change token from the LOTRO store. So you have to go into your character, log in to do that. You buy it on that character, and then when you're out here, you click change race, and basically it allows you to switch the race. You'll stay the same name, same character, same class, but it'll switch your what race you are, right, in the game. That's just a fun thing if you made a mistake when you made your character, okay, and you kind of decide later, I didn't want to play this race after all for cosmetic look, right, because it's a game, right? That's how it goes. We're supposed to be whatever we want to be in the game, right? All right, new character, right? So now let's talk about the new character thing. I have a whole video on this one, so you can go check it out on the channel, guys. But again, real quick overview. Clicking your class, clicking what race on the other side, male, female, over here, right? Boom, boom. You can go through all of them if you want. It does matter for the new players what character you are, what race you are for some classes. So for example, if you're an elf, you can't play Captain Burglar or Bjorning, but you can play all the other ones, right? Same thing if I click on a dwarf here, I can't be a Bjorning, Burglar, Captain, Loremaster, or Warden. So they're really a little bit more condensed, only 6 classes, okay? So that's kind of how it works. There is also, again, there's a play button down there at the other side for the movie of the race, and there's a play button right behind my camera down here at the bottom for the movie of the class you are selected on, and whichever one you're selected on will change the movie, okay? And then you can continue on through, same thing with the maneuver buttons, back to the other screen, basically character creation, and then of course your name, doing your cosmetics, and create character. And then when you create character, you'll go back to the front page and click enter Middle Earth when you're selected on them. So that is basically covering the entire login screen in 8 minutes. I'm going to start doing some more fast guides for you guys because I know some people like that a lot, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Voice of the Rings. I hope this helped you out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you to my Patreons. You guys are awesome. I appreciate the support, and sorry everyone's right there if I earned it. Next episode will be up there for guides, and a LOTRO tale, my main content is on the other side. So check them all out, and I'll see you in the next episode of Voice of the Rings.